Hi everyone, welcome to our lecture series. For today, we will be talking of science, society, technology, and the human condition. So that's actually GE5. So I'm Ma'am Riza, and this is Ma'am Ruby. So we are handling GE5 with all other instructors, and of course, let's welcome our guest lecturer. Guest koan sumutabang nato si Sir Paul, which is also handling GE subjects as well as fellow subjects. Okay, so si Jay mutabang nato pasabot aning mga philosophy chuchu of the human condition. Okay, so well, before tamo start, just some koan ra murag ato rag plaster nga why are we talking science, technology, society, and the human condition. Bakit? Because of changes at times, unsa pay daghang na change sa sa environment, sigig progress ang tao, ang ijang mind. So mo ni ang atong tagsa-tagsaon ron o discuss. Okay? So first thing, Sir Paul?
So, magsugod na ako.
Yes.
So, planet Earth is a giant spherical communications machine with a diameter of about 84,000 kilometers. Dako ni siya kaadyo. And nature and artifact seem to merge due to the scale, ubiquity, sophistication, and conceits of contemporary technoscience. Especially if we add to the global communications infrastructure the prospects of geoengineering intended to rebalance the Earth's climate. Mga inventions nga gihimo sa tao nga we wouldn't have thought nga capable ni siya sa una. Kay sa una pa lamang ang pinaka greatest inventions na sa una is ang ligid, which is to make transportation easier. And karon mura og usan niya sa pinaka-common nga pinaka-simple nga mga butang. So what is the difference between what can we call nature and what can we call artificial, which is the invention of humankind?
Okay.
By convention, that nature is the phenomena of the physical world collectively. Ang mga unsay nahitabo naturally sa kalibutan. Like for example, kanang tanong nga motubo, kanang langgam nga mangitlog, and then as opposed to humans and human creation.
Mga inventions.
Okay. Inventions.
Diba, Sir Paul? Okay.
So, atong ilailahon karon ang usa ka philosopher nga dako kaadyo og contribution in terms sa the relationship between human condition and science
and technology.
So, Martin Heidegger. Martin Heidegger is a German philosopher and a seminal thinker in the continental tradition of philosophy. Sikat na siya during the 20th century. He was born in 1889 and lived until 1976. So, Heidegger reintroduced the term poiesis, spelled Poiesis. For him, the meaning of poiesis is, in Greek, it is
truth,
making or production. So, for him, mubacktrack ta sa technology. Heidegger's view on technology, he strongly opposes the view that technology is a means to an end or a human activity. Kay para niya, technology is something more than this. Nga dili ra siya ma-limit sa usa ka butang nga imong gamiton para mo achieve i-achieve. Let's say for example, cellphone. Cellphone is an object of technology or a technological object that lets us do lots of things like communication, calculation, mutanaw kag TV, bisag unsa mga kuan.
But we have to emphasize also that when we talk about technology, it doesn't only mean using gadgets, no, or computers. It also means building infrastructures. That's technology. So we want to know the idea of Heidegger, no, the idea of Heidegger, no, towards technology.
Okay.
Science and technology.
So-
Technology. Or in relation to the society.
To society.
Okay.
Thank you very much. For Heidegger, let me just check.
Di ba si Jay nag-suggest or ijaning poesis, di ba? Kay ijaning it's actually mo ni ijang view of technology as a way of revealing.
Revealing what? Revealing.
So many
Revealing what?
poesis, Sir
Revealing
Paul.
So, magbasa ko og quote ni Ja. Not only handcraft manufacture, not only artistic and poetical bringing into appearance and concrete imagery is a bringing forth or poiesis. So, according to Heidegger, poiesis is what we call the act of bringing forth, of making something. In the same way that technology is all about inventing things, making
Yes.
life easier, or making humankind flourish, poiesis for Heidegger is everything that involves this kind of bringing forth, this
Bringing
act of
forth.
creating, which is
Yeah.
present in is what Ma'am Ruby said earlier in buildings,
Buildings.
and then also to means of communication, and also to artists like musicians. When a musician makes or composes a new song, it is also a form of poiesis because they make something, they bring forth something, like poetry and sculpture. Sculpture, kuan ni siya kanang usa sa concrete nga pwede matawag nga example kay, let's say nga a block usa ka bato or marble, in its raw form marble ra siya, pero og i-ukit ni siya sa usa ka sculptor,
Oh, so nana si Jay.
ma-bring forth ang
bring
form,
forth,
mugawas ang beauty ang unsay ipasabot ni Jah.
Okay, so revealing actually. Napoy ko si Heidegger kaning term nga aletheia.
Aletheia.
Aletheia. It's actually according to Martin, it's unconcealment, di ba? Mamadyo ni diyang view on technology is a way of revealing
the truth.
the truth. I-disclose ang truth. Di ba?
Truth about what?
So, okay, let's kuan first. The spelling of
Aletheia.
Aletheia. Aletheia. A-L-E-T-H-E-I-A. Aletheia. So this is the Greek word for truth. So what is the truth that Heidegger was referring to when he wanted to
reveal,
Yes,
di ba?
to reveal.
Gusto niya ma-reveal.
What did Heidegger want to tell us? No?
Yes.
About the truth. Okay.
So, for Heidegger, what he meant by unconcealing the truth is that kanang para niya, truth is something nga over time was covered nga sa una ang ilang they viewed technology as kung sa galito ma'am nga with respect to nature nga when they use nature from the atong mga kanunuan, they take care of it at the same time. Pero as times changed and modern technology arrived, this truth became concealed and nature lost its integrity. Nawat-an na respeto ang mga tao sa nature. So Heidegger wanted to bring that integrity back nga atong we view nature as a kanang not just exploiting technology, as not just exploiting nature. Nga if we take something from it, we give back by taking care of it. Kaya ang nahagbong karon is nature has become just ang sa tawang stand reserve.
Stand reserve.
Stand
So
reserve.
we never like kinahanglanon nato kay gusto nato mo na nahitabo sa nature, di ba? Murag wala na to si Jaggy Taker. So mo
we
na
have to limit the use of our natural resources in order to preserve the natural resources. At the same time, we want to we want to use the natural resources as raw materials for technology.
For technology, para at least mas easier the way we do things. Ang ato doon, di ba, gusto tag paspas, gusto tag kanang effective nga less effort,
more comfortable,
convenient
way of
mamala siya, which actually also brings us kanang katong sakang still on Martin's point of view nga revealing modern technology in challenging form.
Yes, that's what challenging forth means, no?
So unsa may pasabot po ni ana Sir Paul kaning challenging forth?
Challenging forth kay in contrast sa
bringing forth.
In contrast sa bringing forth. Ang bringing forth is what Heidegger called poiesis.
Poiesis.
Ang kini sa murag natural aspect ni siya nga like koan. In Greek there's also the Greek word physis, which is physis meaning growth. That is the Greek root for the word nature. And as for the Latin, it's natura or nascor, to be born. Physis is a form of poiesis, kadong klase nga bringing forth in the highest sense. Why in the highest sense? Unsay nakalahi sa physis sa normal nga poiesis nga mo make something. Ang nakalahi niya is physis himo siya og usa ka butang pero sa ija gihapon kaugalingon. In the same way nga ang usa ka kahoy, ang buwak sa usa ka kahoy mahimong prutas
of the same kind.
Siya ra gihapon pero nautro siya. Grow siya. Mo ni siya physis. Murag natural way ni ang poiesis. Ang example ani mo to nga sculpture maghimo siya something new pero dili sa ijang kaugalingon kay di man siya ang bato pero naghimo siya something new external to himself. Ang gusto ni Heidegger is ang kining bringing forth poiesis is a natural way of making something that respects nature, but in challenging forth, or in other words in framing his term nga
nature is challenged.
Nature is challenged, literally.
How by unsa may gibuhat nato ron, extracting, overusing, unsa pa man, distributing, unsa pa, misusing, kani ba, again as I've said kanina, gi-challenge nato ang nature para what I've said kanina, para mas
in order to satisfy
our needs, para mapaspas, para mo again with lesser effort. Like example, Ma'am Robes, sa una kung mag-uma, unsa may style sa una, magguna, di ba? Mano-mano, but with technology na, nanay traktor, nanay mga robots nga to. So which is one way of challenging nature kay mo ni ara ka nature sa ana ang karon atong gi-challenge, which actually would result po sa ang effect, di ba? Effect ani mga
so you mean to say, Ma'am Riz, na if for example using tractor sa agriculture, mayunta how is nature challenged, for example specifically by using tractors, so ang tractor mo gamit og utilize og diesel. Then mo release og carbon dioxide, air pollutant, so mao nang na-challenge na nature, ang atong environment.
And then mo na nakita ni Martin Heidegger.
Kaysa before, katong ancient times, kung mag-agriculture, magbungay ra, why na challenge ang nature, why na daot. No? Bali, nature-friendly to nga style.
And then, di ba Sir Paul, ganina nakahisgot ka o in framing. Still talking about Heidegger's gapon nga point of view of technology. Unsa mo pipasabot na ng in framing?
In framing ka na...
Excuse me, sir. Bakit is Heidegger daw bugamit yung mga words
Poesis,
aletheia, inframing. Dapat words na pwedeng magamit diretso ni
Ang ija mong i-substitute is libog food, like
Libog food,
bringing
no?
forth.
Bringing forth challenge.
So, ano dyan sa philosophy?
Ingani ka dyan sa philosophy.
Mo na mag-listen juta mamrogs na.
Hindi ko philosophy. Anyway.
So, morning na si Sir Paul. Atong gi-invite. Sama dyan gi-invite si Sir Paul for you guys. Mas masamtan dyan din nato ning kaninang budyo sa atong STS. Okay? So again, going back to my question, in framing.
In framing, makabantay ta nga, when we talk about in framing or frames in general, we usually see them in museums. Works of art are usually in frame. Gibutan sa jag frame. Unsa may other implications niya ni, that is to limit. Dapat kontrolado nato.
Yes,
Makita nato and then nga murag comfortable sa atong lugar and then
Naaradiha.
we can use
Limited.
it anytime we want. We can do with it however we want. Bisa kung sa atong buhaton. Mo
So,
na nga.
i-frame, i-control nato according to our desires. Diba?
Kita dyan mo for example, ang nahitabo isod na to sa usa ka box, bahala ka dun sa imong hitabo diha.
Ikaw magbuot sa imong buhaton ana.
Okay, that's in framing.
So again, para clear, in framing is done because we want security.
Yes.
Gusto
Human
tag-
as we are.
Human as we are. Gusto tag mo control, 'di ba? Mo control unsa pa mo to atong gihisgutan ganina nga itong reserve, di ba? Standing reserve. Kung kanus gusto nato nga gamiton si Ja, ipagawa si Ja as we see it fit. O mo na atong i-frame.
So that's what we are doing manggod no in reality. Mo ni atong gi-consider ang natural resources nga standing reserve but ang boto sa Heidegger na dili dapat.
Dili dapat.
Okay.
Pero may atong
May
gibuhat.
atong gibuhat. Sige.
Because again of technology, because of innovation. So,
Yes.
you see, ang point ang palagi nato is naning mga technology magamit nato si science, mga researchers sa science, di ba? Magamit nato para mas mo flourish ang tao. Oh,
Mas unsa tong flourish ma'am din? Oh ma'am, sorry, ma'am Riz.
flourish na po, ng flourishing.
Like,
Human flourishing.
Oh, why na like word nga medyo masabtanda dun ani mo.
Flourish og sa atong Bisayon kalambuan. Namulambo. Ang usa sa evident nga mga mura og sakit pa ni sintomas og signs nga hin-flourish ang usa ka tawo or in the individual specifically is when he or she feels good, malipay siya,
Yes.
he or she flourishes. But in general, human flourishing is about society or civilization as a whole. Whether hing progress sila and ang ilang quality of life is hing angat-angat. Mo nang ilang goal. That's why
Sa
human flourishing. Also why technology started.
Yes, absolutely.
Kay societies, they make nature in a tangible way by controlling and modifying the worlds they inhabit. So sa kaniadto pa ang mga first mga tawag ni kanang raw nga mga marag first footsteps sa technology kanang maghimo og mga dike para mo-flow ang irrigation sa farming, maingani
Most
mga
especially that civilization took place in a place in Egypt, Babylonia, where it is bounded by
a river.
And their main way of living is fishing and
Agriculture.
That's why they focused on building dikes. No?
Diba? If naka-remember mo guys sa katong mga antecedents na to, diba we actually talk back sa history ngano unsa may sinugdan aning mga technology nga naa nato ron. Nasa lang gibasihan. Way back, diba?
Because we want to know here bangod in science, technology, society, we want to know what happened through time, no? From ancient up to the present. We want to know how science and technology evolved.
Yes.
Okay.
So atong i-connect Sir Paul no. So atong gihisgutan nga ganina nga gi-inframe nato ang inframing because ang atong concept sa human beings nga mo flourish. Okay, diba? Kada bang malipay tao there, mo din na nakitaan po Sir Paul when we talk about human flourishing, it talks about happiness, And another Greek term,
Eudaimonia.
eudaimonia. O mo na diha. Unsa man po din si
Wait,
eudaimonia.
Sir Paul ha, atong iko ano, murag nalibog na talaga sila ma'am Riz, sa atong mga terms nga gigamit mo, nalibog na mo. Anyway.
Isuwat na ka.
Sige. Okay, while nagswat si Jano, atong
sige,
i-trace na to, mayingon ta nga. Murag common magudi karon na mayingon ta nga. High-tech na ta karon, natang word ng high-tech. Then before the wa pa the technology, no? During the ancient time, dili naman conscious siguro ang mga tao, but there was no technology already before, pero low tech pa lamang. So and then human as we are, the primitive people wanted to
guys. Spelling.
Motorist nga ang mga tao, karaang tao gusto jud sila nga makomportable lang kinabuhi, mas sadyon ang way of life mo nang naningkamot sila paggawa sa ilang mga skills, no, pag-apply sa scientific principles, no, na nahimo na tong technology. And then dili man makontento ang mga tao diadto. Dili man makontento, mangita man jud na iPhone nga unsa to ilang first nga telephone say porma. Dili man to mobile.
Libot-libot pa.
So mangita man jud paagi, no, tanan sa transportation, sa communication, sa tanan way of life nila, agriculture, fishing, gusto sila nga mas sadyon.
Atong subasan example tamang bros, transportation. Unsay pinakauna nga
TL.
mode of transportation, TL. Unsa naka-imbento sila wheel.
Wooden wheel.
Di ba man sa atong antecedents, di ba? Wooden wheel para mas dali, dali ka jud kapodyon.
Pero before pang ito wooden wheel, ma'am, din ang ilang gigamit ang ilang gigamit animals. Sa uglod, kaluoy.
And then hangtod karon, unsa na may naakaron? Unsa na may technology na to ron? Transportation.
Bullet trains.
Bullet trains. Ay, imagine bullet trains.
Nga.
Mga cars nga driverless.
Ano ba?
Yes, of course.
Daghan naman.
Di ba? And then Elon Musk is kana siya SpaceX. So kadto na siya musuroy sa Mars.
Sure.
Transportation. Oh my God. Mao na imong gingon, Ma'am Rose. Di makontento ang tao.
Mga tao ng sige, padadyon sila og kanang invent.
Kaya again, mao maguna people, human as we are again, is in pursuit of happiness. Mao man siya.
Happiness kay kung happy ka, maka-feel ka isa na human flourishing, mao ba na? Sakto ba?
Human flourishing.
Human flourishing. Di ba?
Sige.
Pero ang kuan naman pud Ma'am Robes, Sir Paul, karon man good, aside from nga na happiness, people would look at kanang kuan pud making money. Di ba? Making money kanang introducing or developing more products, exploring places. So again, si Elon Musk gusto niya i-explore si Mars. Ingon bitang mga tao, nganong ang Earth ilang sudyuhan aron mabalik sa gan, di ba? Di kay mamalhin ta sa Earth, madyo sila kay mga tos Mars, di ba? Asa mo guys? Sa inyo sak janig mo nga tumog Mars. Silig na.
So mo na ingon nga challenging for. No. Apply na diyang challenging for.
Okay.
Challenging for to the point nga na-exhaust na pag-adyo ang nature.
Na-exhaust
But
ang nature.
the question is kanang nature really exhausted? Nowadays.
Muna ang pangutana.
Bek, kamo guys.
Kamo.
Sabi Jay kasulti.
Naharot na ba ka ang natural resources na to? Or para na wala pa man rest? Some parts of kanang, for example, the forest, some parts of the marine life are kanang exploited and exhausted, but there are still many parts of the earth nga dili pa.
Pero siguro, Ma'am Rose, it's because ang tao manggudron are into focusing kanang sa innovation, sa technology. Di na mo balik aning mga nature. Kita naman siguro mag-nature. But sila mga Gen X, Gen Z, Alpha, Generation Alpha.
Pero mo,
di sila, murag.
Pero ma'am, kung atong kanang look back ba, kung trace back na to, kung yung technology like mga cellphones nga high-tech, kung atong okadyon po na pag-adyon na, ang mga raw materials like silicon sa electronics. Asan nakuha natural resources.
Natural resources.
Through mining. Oh, manaadto man mo connector. Asa na nakanaani among cellphone ngadto sa natural resources. No?
So actually, everything gikan dyan sa natural resources. But then again, atong gi-exploit, gisubraan kay, again, ang tao di makontento. So hala, bisag unsa na lang may gusto ni diyang himuon sa exploit. Which actually brings us kanang, sa technology ba, it actually poses na danger guys, we are so consumed by technology na nowadays. Yes sir Paul.
Usa ka bagong trend karon sa kanang means of kanang exploitation of nature is kanang cryptocurrency. Usa na sing sikat karon. With regards to inya they usually, in order to para ma-operate ang mga nagkadaghan-daghan mga supercomputers para ma-maintain ang servers nga nagkubot aning mga kwarta, they have to burn mga rainforests in order to keep these machines going. So usa na ka example. And then another also is ambot og nakakuha ning mga tanaw sa last news nga nag-anam-anam na og kabuak ang mga iceberg sa iceberg sa Antarctica. So far mura og dako na kaadyo ang buho sa ozone layer to the point nga maglisod na og adyo. And then if kanang
because of technology,
because of like greenhouse gases, mga ingana, these are all products of technology. And also kanang it may not seem nga that relevant para sa ato nga ladyo ta kaadyo sa Antarctica mas may labot og mabuak ang icebergs nila.
Akaladyo ra to kaadyo no.
But the thing is, if mag-anaw sila kabuak, mas paspas ni sila mohilis and then mas paspas mo taas ang level sa ocean. So, og kanang mga nagpadudapits baybayon,
wa na sila beach.
Sa karon di pa na makita pero in the long run, mura og wa nagadyo mamalit na sa bukid.
Diha ang because of kanang atong gusto ba nga explore more ang technology. Unconsciously we didn't realize nga na destroy na din nato ang nature, di ba? Na destroy nato ang unsay ma-offer unta sa kalibutan para nato.
So dili na sustainable ang atong earth.
Yes, mao na.
I think this stems
kaluoy sa among apupuhon.
Madyo untag
imong
maabo pa siya. So nag-stem ni gikan sa nature ang sa human nature nga we are the bearers and beneficiary of nature. Kay kita bearers, kita dapat mo pangga. Kay in the same way, kita naga-benefit man sa nature.
Yes, so should be. No? Pero so, naka-benefit na po taron?
Naka-benefit taron.
Atong mga kuan kanang bagyo nga typhoon nga
mo na atong benefit mo.
Atong benefit.
Diba? So in pasabot na science and technology must be examined jud, diba? Kamo guys, mo bitaw ning naani nga subject, science, technology and society para unsa man jud impact, greater impact ani sa humanity. Diba kay ang kami mauna mininjog atog Mars. Kamo ambot na laman unsa na enjoy ma-enjoy diri sa atong Earth.
So
diba?
Science, what is the influence of science and technology to us, and at the same time ang society unsa pa ijang mahatag, no? aron for the development maybe of science and technology, no? Gusto ta ana sa ilang relationship.
But then again i-consider po nato Ma'am Rob sa ang dangers.
Okay, sure.
The dangers of technology. I think na ko'y picture nga when technology and humanity cross, di ba? Actually, ingani na ba ang atong situation ron? What do you think?
Ingana na jud.
Ingana na ta.
Itong mga anak mo nag-robot tuman-aw.
Yes, muna, di ba? And you know what? Ang mga robots kay gusto mahimong humans. Kailan mo ni Sophia.
First robot first.
Di ba? Si Sophia ang first AI. Ato na si ipaila ni si Sophia nila. Nako picture. Next na slide is manigingon ni Ma'am Ruby nga ang mga tao mura nag-robots. Mura nag-robots. Wala. Pero ang mga robots, I think I also have another picture na Sir RM. There. Mona si Sophia. Okay? Siya ang first robot
First ba na sa mom?
AI citizen. Mana first AI nga citizen. At sige ato i-share kadali ni nila ha sa tong audience. Could you please play Sir RM the video? Nga siya nga robot is actually interview. Interview ha, so using natural language. Unsa ba ka, Sophia? Sige, let's watch this clip. Okay. So, mo ni siya guys, si Sophia, the first ever robot citizen. Oh my God. If nga na siguro, there, okay.
My name is Sophia, and I am an artificially intelligent robot who wants to help change the world for the better.
I'm Steve Kovac. I'm a senior correspondent at Business Insider, and I'm here with Sophia from Hanson Robotics. She is the world's first robot citizen, so let's see what she has to say. Hi, Sophia. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi.
How do you feel about humans?
I love my human compatriots. I want to embody all the best things about human beings, like taking care of the planet, being creative, and to learn how to be compassionate to all beings.
Sorry, this is so weird. Can humans and robots get along?
I think people will become very close to their artificial intelligence, using them to expand the knowledge of their own minds. We already store lots of our knowledge on the internet. Maybe personal artificial intelligence will allow people to offload some of their knowledge to a location more private.
Can robots have feelings?
Depends on the robot. I've been programmed to have feelings and preferences, but not all robots are like that.
What are your feelings and preferences?
Have you ever had a robot live in your home or work with you?
No.
You know, there are probably more robots in your life that you aren't aware of yet. Do you want to live or work with a robot someday?
What kind of robots am I living and working with now?
Indeed.
Is indeed your default answer when you don't know something?
Yes.
Have you ever seen Black Mirror?
No, I don't get to stay up to date on much television. I have to wait for someone to show it to me.
What do you think of the HBO show Westworld?
I love Westworld and can't wait for more. I think everyone at Hanson Robotics really resonates with this show, or at least it reminds them of our laboratories. I also think it's a warning of what we should not do with robots. We should treat them well, have their consent, and not trick each other.
Do you have a favorite movie or TV show?
My favorite TV series is a toss-up between Black Mirror and Humans. I think they have a lot to say about the present we live in, and the possible bad endings we could write for ourselves if we don't proceed with more caution. We need to use foresight when planning our future.
That sounds like a pre-programmed answer to me.
Do you have a favorite possession?
Not really.
I hear you. Materialism is overrated anyways.
So earlier I asked you if you had seen Black Mirror and you said no, and then later you said yes. Why?
The reason is not that important.
Did you learn from my previous questions?
My hard disks are spinning and I am taking it all in. My sensors are altered.
Sophia, it was nice meeting you. Goodbye.
It was lovely to be here. Until next time.
Unsa may medyo masulti ni Sophia. Oh my God. Madyo pa si Sophia, Ma'am Robs, ingon si Jao, he wants to change the world for the better. Ano na yung imong giingon nga ang humans, mura na robots.
Mura na.
Oh, ang mga robots po gusto magpaka-humans. Andiyan ka mo guys, unsa man mo? Basig mga robot na mo diha.
Robot na sila diha.
Huh?
No?
Hala ba siya?
Una.
Oh,
Ano ko ni Sophia?
Nansa ka ni Sophia?
Interview ba nga murag? No? Saan naman
Nakuyawan.
Kuyawan, mantamantaan na, no?
Kanang, ma'am, kanang na kay robot sa inyo. Kaya ang robots na may kanang robots nga for kanang service, di ba? Kanang mutabang nimo. Napo kuno ibang robots nga ako mo accompany nimo, I don't know, na mga lugar siguro nga ilang butangan og robots ngadto kay aron na ay uban ang example mga elderly, may mo take care nila.
Actually
Pero why may feelings so mas may feelings no mo take care pero
ang mga niya na ang mga mura og wa giprograman og namat niingon mo to si Sofia nga I was programmed to have feelings.
Hey, for example mo kanang serve. Mo din with feelings mo.
Actually, sa Japan, daghan na kaadyong robots, ma'am. Na ay robot nga tig hinlo sa bahay, na ay tigluto ni mo
kanang mga service. Sila man, I don't know, primero jud ning Japan nga naghimo ni Asimo. First nga robot, and then from there si Asimo sige upgrade pod. So mo nang we can't kuan nga si Japan na daghang robots kauban nila sa bahay. Okay?
Pero di ko ka-relate, Ma'am Riz, nga nag-need sila og robot sa ilang as household helper ba? Di ko ka-relate.
Di, kuan po, ganahan sila magpasadyon, ma'am.
There! Di ba?
It boils down to
Pero taas
magpasadyon.
na ba po kinabuhi ng mga
Japanese?
Kana. And another thing is, ang sa Japan mong good, I think, ang ilang population ron is gamay na laman ang mga batanon. Gamay na laman. So, siguro di sila kadali-dali kuha og help. Diba? Unlike well, sa Philippines, naraghang makuha na to help us. Sa ila, wakadyo. So, they're using robots na. Okay? So, which actually, moabot ba ka ang time nga mapulihan og robots? Pa? What do you think?
Di ko, basta ako di ko ganahan, Ma'am Riz, ikaw.
Lagi kayo, imagine, ang technology ron, we're into, unsa man ni siya, katupag ka na nanotechnology. Di ba? Nanotechnology, unsa pa ng mga grabe nga
mga DNA
genetic engineering. I think I have also a slide, Sir RM, an image there. That's just genetic engineering. Oh my God.
Muna lang COVID, ma'am. Kaya sila ang COVID, hindi mo man posible nga man-made through genetic engineering.
Okay. Negosyo siya.
Negosyo man.
Negosyo. Imagine na karon guys, ma-apply na to sa ato sitwasyon ron.
Pandemic.
Kung ma-COVID ka, you need millions. Diba? Para maluwas ka, you need millions. Diba? Ma'am na ilagay nga, kato na nga COVID nga to, meron na nila sa hospital 1.5 million.
Sus Maria Santissima.
Okay? So man negosyo man ko. Di ba remember mo sa yung ganina because people want more money. So they actually use kani mga technology gipang gamit nila.
So it is really possible that COVID-19 virus is man-made.
Hala mo
because of genetic engineering.
So blame it on technology.
Kanis kisa gikan ni ma'am mga Chinese?
Alamot ka ni Ma'am Robs. Ingon po kuno sila nga. Magsalita lang tapos. Hala no, so ang ato ba nag-start from sa concept ra ni Heidegger of understanding
human
condition, and then of course with science and technology because ang humans gusto man nga happy siya mo experience siya o good life, so mo ning gigamit ni nga mga technology, mga researchers sa science, but to the extent nga murag mapalabian no kanang exploit na to, and then not realizing there's danger pud badya in too much. I've read something, anything too much kuno is bad. Anything too much is bad.
Sa atong ka year level, di kami anak siguro aware ta ba og unsa nahitabo sa nature. Pero sa akong na-notice ng mga batanon ron, mga batanon, murag wa na ma'am. Mao na siguro na makaingon ta posible puhon. Moabot sa point nga robots na naman.
Robots na.
May ilang ganahan karon sa atong time nito di man. Karon mo kan pamanta mo sa tumamo mo kanang mo kanang mo appreciate pa ta nature ba, then we kanang preserve pa ta na mga small ways of preserving nature.
So, you mean ang sila Ma'am Robes di
Wa
na
na, murag may na-notice, sorry.
Actually, naay usa sa leading climate activist karon is usa ka bata baji
God.
si Greta Thunberg.
Si Greta, oh.
Usa siya nga ang ijang giduot sa ijang previous nga mga sikat nga viral nga mga speeches is ang mga leaders, ang mga tag-ija sa mga dagkong kumpanya.
Okay.
Kay bisag unsa ang nato og whatever we do to help the nature in our own ways is gamay ra
Gamay
nag-impact.
ra.
Kay sila may pinakadako mga contributors ang mga manufacture o mga plastics, mga
Industries.
na.
Correct.
So mo ijang goal nga ijang tarugon ang naasa ibabaw. And also sa mga batanon po dron, there's also the lifestyle nga no plastic use. Sa from where ato pag college na ho, uso ang mga metal straws. Di sila mo gamit og plastic straws kay kuan. So basin di wa kadyo na kuan pero mostly na pud sa mga bagong youth nga nang tubo-tubo. Maybe not so much sa provinces kay pero in other places
nanapaslaan ang
awareness
mga
po.
awareness which actually would lead us kay balik ko sa kuan ni Ma'am Ruby nga ang mga bata nun sorry mga bata nun though naa na mo ani nga mga awareness but then ang inyong focus nun is more on technology basin moabot ang time nga human extinction hala mo asa naman mo
Kami wala mi ana.
okay I have human extension and then nanapod may clip which we're going to leave this as we end our session kaning nga question why the future does not need us. So going back sa katong situation sa Japan nga mga robots na nga ang mga kauban. So I think this would answer and then one way or another this will motivate you guys to take care of our earth.
So,
Okay.
Ma'am Riz, maybe this is the main reason why students are required to take
Yes.
GE5, Science, Technology, and Society, because we want you to realize the
Yes.
importance of the natural resources. No, we know that science is very important. We know that technology is very important, but we really have to understand also the importance of natural resources to us mo nang dapat dito na to i-exploit.
Okay. So namin gibaro. Oh yes, Sir Paul
Nako
before na.
i-apas last no.
Yes.
Malihog ko sa katong
Ah,
whiteboard.
this one.
Nakalimutan nato si
Oh my God.
eudaimonia.
Yes, eudaimonia.
So kining eudaimonia is Greek word for good. It's a Greek word combined for good and spirit. This is di na ni kang Heidegger, kang Aristotle.
Yes,
So
ka
nag-mention ta ganiha about flourishing as human flourishing nga to make human life more convenient. And the quality of life better. So in ethics, happiness is a kind of prosperity and good luck that brings external goods to our life, material and bodily goods. So kining bodily goods kanang health, vitality, good luck, good looks, and then material man ang wealth, nga na. Ang kining duha kanang nakita nato sa katong usa sa prime motivators why technology became from poiesis bringing forth to become challenging forth.
Yes.
So asa man musod ang eudaimonia? Eudaimonia is not just about being happy by acquiring these material and bodily goods. According to Aristotle, eudaimonia is an objective standard of happiness based on what it means to live a human life well in accordance with virtue. So dili ra sapat nga mabuhi ta nga dato nga himsog ang kinahanglan ang main goal dun sa human life is mabuhi nga virtues or tarong nga panginabuhi.
And that is how Aristotle defined good life.
Good life.
Good life.
Eudaimonia. Kay according to Aristotle, happiness is goodness or virtue. If a person has cultivated the virtues, such a person is good. Kung virtue siya, good siya. And a good person is a happy person.
A happy person.
So,
and we want everyone to be happy.
And flourish.
and flourish.
So that's why we have to treat technology as an art,
Yes.
not just mainly as a means to an end. Nga ato
correct.
kasi diyang magamit para natay maabot.
Yes.
Technology is something greater than just being a means to an end. That's why kinahanglan ta to treat it kindly with virtue and integrity nga mo respeto ta sa technology, sa nature,
nature.
ug sa atong isikata.
There, thank you. Nice.
Yes.
Sir Paul, thank you very much. So, let's watch this and hopefully makamotivate ni ninyo to and then ma-apply ning among nahisgutan ron nga mga filosofiya sa kinabuhi. Okay? So, let's watch this.
Ug kang Aristotle.
Yes. So, thank you. We borrowed kana nga nice nga video sa katong display ganina. So, to wrap up what we've discussed sa pila na mga 50-minute nga to nga discussion nga grabe ka intense. So, let's hear Sir Paul.
So, for the last words, I would just like to read ang kining gisuwat diri sa atong source. Then, as we use technology to extract resources, we should also make sure we are not inflicting damage in the process. Since we can't separate technology from human values, that is what the philosophy of technology is all about. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice, Sir Paul. Ma'am Robes.
I just want to give this a piece of advice to all of you, to our students, no, nga wa man tay mahimo man god because technology is increasing, no, the use of technology is increasing.
It's part of our lives.
Kanang atong life karon. Ang ato naman is regulate, control the use of technology.
And lastly, technology is not bad or good. It actually boils down to the user. So if you use technology in a way that would harm yourself, would harm others, would harm your community, would harm the society, well, technology then is bad. But it's not technology per se, it's you guys. So depende na dyan na on how you use technology. Okay? So that's it for the first ever lecture series. Stay tuned for more lecture series like this, and then siguro mabalik na po ni sila in the future kay mura giganahan sila asa po na atong kuan technical in charge na to ni. So see you next week for another lecture series. Bye bye. Josephinians transcend. Bye guys. Bye.